Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
11.
Elliott running right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
We got this.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
13. Hey, Zoo. 49.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Yo, that's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
No, lady. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo over the middle, complete. It's Williamson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half and some of these shorter gains.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
21.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Here we go.
53 is mine. You don't want
Hey, gun. 11. Hey, box truck. Man.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a give right side. It's Fitzgerald. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
I'm coming after you. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Browns drive about to get started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On second down, Elliott. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go.
Mike, number 53.
1, Omaha. 11.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably...
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 26. Check.
A run for Nick Chubb, able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Kill. Turn up. Man, ready. Get wide. Watch out. Check 43. Slam.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Let's go.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Packers. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
11.
Garoppolo again. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from him, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
57's mine.
Oh, you got deep? Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check. Lucky. Check 3.
Check 52. Check 50. Check 50.
Sponge. No.
Red 80.
Crunch.
Red 80.
Hey, watch that. Jump.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Darnold. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Right back to him on first down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On 2nd and 1, Darnold to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and short.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Check 9, check 9. Check 4, check 4. Kill. Check 13. Check 13. Jim. Under 10. 10.
On 3rd down, Fitzgerald. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 2, Darnold. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Go, Mike. 44 Mike. Check. We own them.
And to give this time to the tailback. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I got him. Out.
10th carry now for Elliott. Muscles him off. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice game.
Touchdown, Packers. A great play there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Packers 37, Browns 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here I come.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Garoppolo buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
57 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Shit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Yeah, you don't want none.
No.
On 2nd down now. It's Bradley. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 30. 10, And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
What we got? Red 80.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers,